Hi there, my name is AJ. Welcome to Boring Budget Diaries, where I try to or work towards making our budget and our finances boring because it sure as heck isn't right now. Okay, so we did receive, my wife and I received our paychecks for this week. We didn't do a budget with me right now, just because my wife isn't comfortable speaking in English to explain like the thought process and all that. So we received 29,300 pesos worth of income, and I will walk you through on where we put that. Now um, we did cover some overspending with our dining out and grocery or sorry food delivery. As you can see, we spent around like I want to say this is about 374 like 3,800 pesos worth of food, and this is mainly because we were working overtime and we didn't really have a lot of time to put into groceries, let alone cook food. Now we will be working on incorporating that and working on a meal plan so that we will be hopefully transferring the money that is put into these two categories into the grocery category. Um, so let's go by it one by one. So our rent and our personal loan has been covered. Um, if you didn't last watch my last video, our rent and personal loan bills were overdue since last month. So we are all caught up there. And hopefully, once September kicks in and my annual bonus comes in, hopefully it's enough to cover and catch up with our bills. Hopefully, this doesn't happen again now that I am trying to organize our finances through YNAB. Um, I did pay my minimum balance for G credit. I will be covering this overspending when my wife's paycheck comes in on Saturday. Um, okay, so I wanted to talk about our plan for now. Um, just because we the amount of bills that we paid this month or this week is Bill E's Maya credit for the two of those. We paid around 6,000, so that left us with around 3,000, and I believe the 3,000 from the 29,000 income that we had was covered for or was used to cover overspending. So we don't really have a lot of we don't have any breathing room this week until Saturday. So our band-aid solution right now is are using um, our G credit to hopefully so we can still work, go to work, eat food, the necessities and all that. Now for the electric bill and the internet, we will be putting our G credit there, just because I crunched some numbers and we will be um, behind again um, once I receive the our last our last paychecks for the month. So the hope is that we use our G credit as a band-aid solution for now, and once September comes in, we prioritize repaying our G credit balance. Hopefully we can fully repay that. um, I doubt it, but I think that majority of our balances for the G credit would be totally gone and will be paid off by September. Um, hopefully by the end of September. The reason for that is that we have a lot going on right now that we still want to do. We have like so just to show you like a projection of what will our G credit balance be used is for electric bill, internet. Um, we are going to attend a wedding. My wife is a maid of honor for her best friend's wedding, so we have to go there, and we have to book like a hotel. It costs like 2,000 pesos, and give or take some food, so around like 3,000, 4,000 pesos worth of expenses for that whole wedding trip. So we will be using our G credit balance for that as well. Um, and the big kicker is a My Chemical Romance concert. So my wife and I are big fans, and they just recently, well, last month. Last month was when they announced that they will be selling tickets or starting selling tickets on the first week of September. So we will be using our G credit balance for that as well. Um, yeah, so a lot of expenses, but we will be able to cover um, electric bill, internet on September, and then hopefully pay it off by September as well. The concert tickets are worth like 16,000 pesos, by the way. So hopefully, the annual bonus, our game plan right now is holding off until we get the annual bonus on September. And we still have, in the Philippines, we have a 13th month pay. We still have that coming in on December, which will be used for like Christmas expenses and all that. So I am still, though things are tight right now, I think that once September comes in, we will be a lot more. I will be able to breathe more deeper, um, so that we don't have any delayed bills and all that. And as far as an open loan that I have, I took another loan, and this is a more strategic loan. Um, I crunched the numbers, and basically, if we pay off our Atome and have it be broken down into monthly installments, the interest rate for that, since we owed around 10,000 pesos, the interest rate on that will be 607 pesos. That'll be applied per month. So if it's a 6 month installment option, then the 607, multiply that by 6, since it'll be applied every month. That'll be our interest. And we also have a payment fee of 1.85%, which is ridiculous, by the way, because that's where our money is in an e-wallet. Our total interest paid for the whole 6 months, if we do it through Atome, is 3,900 pesos. But if I take a G loan, I take around 9,700 because of the 300 pesos processing fee. The interest rate is just 2,694, and if we include the processing fee there, it'll be around like 3,000 pesos. So it's not much, but the 900 pesos of interest tells me that this is the right move. So what I did is I took that loan and put it in this holding account. I still have around 377 pesos to fund in this category to fully pay off our Atome loan, but that is the plan right now, is pay off our Atome outstanding balance that isn't broken down into monthly installment yet by using that G loan balance and consolidating that into the G loan. We'll be using that moving forward, or we'll be paying that off moving forward. So yeah, and as far as debts paid off this week, I just paid off our Billy's loan. So that's, I basically replaced the Billy's loan with the G loan, um, which isn't really like a step forward, but it is a step forward in terms of like the interest paid, which is 900 pesos less. We still have our Atome monthly installment. Atome loan, once the end of the month comes in, Atome loan will be paid off. That should be done. Same with SPay later. SPay later, that's the 3,000 pesos this month is the last big bill that we have. The next month, the next month bill for SPay later is around like 300 pesos, which is like whatever. But it is still like a balance. But we're almost there. Um, yeah. So Unima, the credit cards, these three, these are all just minimums. Um, yeah. So that's about it for our weekly update. Sorry that I couldn't do like a budget with me kind of video. Wanted to do that, but yeah, my wife was really comfortable with doing that, and I respect her wishes. I want her to feel comfortable when we're talking about the budget and all that. So yeah, that's about it, and I believe you'll hear from me again on maybe Saturday once my wife's paycheck comes in. She'll take her paycheck in advance, just because she won't be in the office for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll be celebrating our at home. We'll be celebrating our wedding anniversary. So that'll be it. Yeah. Until next time. Thank you so much for watching.